Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Farid bin Azmi, and I will briefly explain about the TGV Cinemas. For the introduction is, the TGV Cinemas was first opening in 1995. They are located in 37 multiplex with 295 screens and more than 50,000 seats all over Malaysia, including major shopping centres in Kuala Lumpur, Selangor, Negeri Sembilan, Perak, Penang, Johor, Terengganu dan Sarawak. As a customer-focused organisation, TGV Cinemas place a significant amount of emphasis on their employees to ensure the necessary tools are provided and the skills of their people are continuously enriched and developed to meet the industry's incessantly evolving needs. To maintain the performance management, the company provides training and development. For the performance management, the TGV Cinemas provided programs for the employees. For example, for certification programs, soft skills training program, and seminars and conference. Firstly, for certification program, TGV Cinemas provide training programs facilitated by dedicated trainers and leaders to guide the employees in their journey with the company. TGV Cinemas have a detailed program outlined to equip the employees with industry know-how before, during, and after their work placement. Secondly, soft skill training programs. TGV encourage continuous learning and hence assists to teach employees new skills that are relevant to their current job, position or refresh the skills that they already possess. Members of a well-trained workforce will be able to broaden knowledge and become more valued within the firm. Lastly, seminars and conference. Attending conferences, seminars and workshops are supported by TGV Cinemas to provide wonderful opportunities for learning, gaining new friendship, and bringing helpful new insights back to our business. Next, for the structure company, the TGV Cinemas have several departments, which is Finance Department, Marketing Department, Content Management, Customer Service, and others. Firstly is Finance Department. Finance Department is excelling in complementing various stakeholders with timely strategic financial information. The Finance Department is responsible for ascertaining the organization profitability level as well as managing liquidity to support growth. Next is Marketing Department. The Marketing Department is the heart of the TGV brands, from creating innovative content that continually engage and excites our customers to pioneering initiatives that convey our values. Marketing is the hub for the best of what TGV has to offer. Next is Content Management. The Content Management is managing all content, trailers, on-screen, advertisement, poster, or promotions on all screens throughout the cinema circuit is a gargantuan task, one capability fulfilled by the Content Management Department. Lastly is Customer Service. The Customer Service Department helps to develop strong relationship between internal and external customers. The team is dedicated in answering customer queries, help resolve problems, process refund, and make suggestions regarding customer purchase. We engage in trades with customers via 3 channels, which is telephone, email, and social media. Customer Service Department is a one-stop center for customers to voice their feedback for their overall cinemas experience. The team coordinates and works closely with related departments to deliver an exceptional movie-going experience. Next is System Strategic Role of the TGV Cinemas. The System Strategic Role of the TGV Cinemas have several roles, which is Customer First, Integrity, Respects, Meritocracy, and others. Firstly is Customer First. The TGV Cinemas always try to wow the customers and make sure they leave the cinema satisfied. Work hard and continue to meet and exceed the customers' expectations. Next is Integrity. The TGV Cinemas honestly, sincerity, and transparency in this integrity. Let these ethics guide the employees in their day-by-day dealings. Third is Respect. Respect different opinions, religions, lifestyle, education, culture, and nationality between the employees. Always treat others the way you want to be trusted. Lastly is Meritocracy. The TGV Cinemas recognizing excellent and rewarding employees through the meritocracy. Always be fair and give out rewards and promotions based on merits and results.
TGV policies. The first one is anti-bribery and corruption policy. Before I go further, I will explain what the meaning of bribery and corruption. Bribery is offering, giving, or receiving anything of value with the intention of inducing a person to act or to reward a person for having acted. Meanwhile, corruption is dishonest by those in power, typically involving bribery. Basically, TGV and each of its subsidiaries strictly prohibits bribery and corruption. All TGV directors and employees must act honestly with integrity and apply highest ethical standards and has adopted a zero-tolerance approach against all forms and acts of bribery and corruption. Human resource of TGV has a central part to play in the design and implementation of the anti-bribery program, as they will have insights about the practical application of the program to all employees and board members of TGV. Human resource should consider whether the program is balanced with employees' objectives, not undermined by current incentive structures, should be referenced in employees' appraisal, and the last one includes appropriate section for violations. The penalties for individuals who are guilty of the offences is imprisonment for a term not exceeding 20 years and fine not less than 5 times of the value of the gratification, or Rm 10,000 ringgit, whichever is higher, while penalties for commercial organizations who are guilty of the offences is fine of not less than 10 times of the value of the gratification, or 1 million ringgit, whichever is higher, or imprisonment for a term not exceeding 20 years or both. The next TGV policy is Information Technology Security Policy. This policy is to identify the rules and procedure for all individuals accessing and using an organization IT assets and resources. The objective of an IT security policy is the preservation of confidentiality, integrity, and availability of systems and information used by an organization's member.
Performance management is a continuous process, and it is to develop the employee's career and maintain performance. So, in a performance management process, there are 6 components involved, which is before the implementation of a successful performance management system. The prerequisites that must exist is having a good knowledge of organization visions and mission, and also to understand a job position. Performance planning is a plan for what needs to be done and how it should be done. For example, TGV Cinemas has planned onboarding program which focus on the employees' engagement with customers. The program is for employees who especially lacking in their work performance. So, from the program, TGV Cinemas aim to produce the best employees that have the best engagement with the customers. This is because the TGV Cinemas main service is to ensure the customer's satisfaction in enjoying the movies. So, in planning execution, employees and supervisors will strive to produce the best results and display behaviors, which they are the parties who involved in this planning execution. Employees will need to follow the module that has been given, and also the supervisors will need to observe and also to supervise and give feedbacks to the employees so that they can improve their work. More components performance appraisal, TGV Cinema will ensure the effectiveness of the plan program on the employees' performances and whether they give good performance or not when dealing with the customers. Next, after 2 weeks of performance appraisal, a meeting will be held for performance review. In this process, employees will receive feedback on their performances. And lastly, for component performance renewal and recontracting, performance planning will be renewed or other alternative will be suggested and executed if the former performance plans is not effective. Next, we focus on the linkage of HR activities in performance management process. TGV Cinema's human resources activities have relation with one another. This can be seen as first, TGV Cinemas will plan on what needs to be done and how it should be done to ensure a good performance. Next, the other relationship is based on what has been planned. TGV Cinemas will recruit and select candidates with the right KSA, which is knowledge, skill, and abilities to ensure the good performance. Then, after that, employees, the chosen one, will be sent to training and development to increase their KSAOs. For performance assessments like performance appraisal form will be given to the employees to measure on how well they can perform their job. This is related as employees then will be either sent back to the training program or will be rewarded with benefits depending on their work performances. Meanwhile, good composition and benefits act to increase the motivation of employees to perform in their tasks and also to perform in their responsibilities.
Next, I will explain about HR practice in terms of rules and regulations as a guideline for them. In this video, I will discuss on what procedures that TGV Cinema do in ensuring an effective performance management system. Let's proceed to our discussion. Under the performance management, TGV Cinema will state rules and regulations for their staff as a guideline for their HR practice. Through the rules and regulations that is stated will discipline their staff and giving a good performance management. For example, HR in TGV Cinema will provide the rules in giving a notice. It means that for those who want to take a leave, they must give a notice. In other words, HR will make sure that employee come out with the notice before they want to take a leave. In terms of the notice, they must do 2 weeks before the leaves have been proven. The second element that influence performance management system is performance appraisal. Under the performance appraisals, the rules and regulations that apply is all the staff must follow the standard operations procedure, called as SOP, in terms of their attire and scopes of obligations. For example, the frontliner of the staff who in ticket or snack counter must have a proper dress up and the good attitude. Based on the interview from Mr. Alif, he stated that a staff of the frontliners need to have a good appearance or dress up to communicate with the customer friendly. Meaning to say that HR will design the performance appraisal form to ensure each of elements is aligned with job descriptions of their staff. Meaning that the staff who at the counter ticket be measured with elements of honesty under the attitude that be mentioned in performance appraisal form. From the result of performance appraisals, the employee who receive a high score in performance appraisals, the company will provide a reward for them. Meanwhile, for those who did not achieve the score, the company will giving a warning letter. It will affect the performance management system as the rules that apply in performance appraisals is good to maintain the performance of their staff. Next is the rules for compensations and rewards. In terms of compensation, it's referred to the wages or salary based on the position that hold by the staff. Meaning to say, the high payment will give for the high level position. However, through Mr. Alif, the company will pay extra compensations or wages to those who are perform well and achieve the benchmark of the company. Meaning to say, if the salaries or profit of TGVs increase, therefore HR will give extra compensations for their staff. The rules and regulations in terms of rewards. The company provide the Health Employee Recognitions Award for those who achieve the KPI of the company. Meaning to say, the rules that is stated in the reward is, if you are perform well in the job or obligations, then you will receive the HERA rewards. The last category that the rules or regulations that HR practicing is each of employee, whether from upper level or lower level, compulsory to join onboarding programs. This is because the program is interrelated to the customer relations. Through the programs, the HR want to improve or polish the soft skills, how the staff communicates with their customer. According to the Mr. Alif, through the online interview, he stated that all the rules and regulations that have been practicing by the HR TGV actually give a benefits or a positive impact on the performance management system, as it is very efficiency and can influence the performance of the staff. Also see that this will bring a fairness to everyone, as everybody need to follow the rules and regulations that stated by the HR.
In their conclusions, performance management is the important role in the organizations, This is because the formal management can determine which part of organization can be developed. For example, if the company want to improve the services department, the company need to provide the training development program for the service department that they can improve their services to the customers. This is related with the HR practices. That's all from us. Thank you.